guys, and I've never done this before. Wait, did I come to the wrong place tonight? I don't know. I'm gonna perform. Wait. I'm gonna perform some magic for you right now. Y'all ready?
Very excited. We're going to start this next week.
Well, hi everybody. How are you? Let's see how the sound's doing. Gosh. Let's just check. Should have done a tech check better before I started. But let's see. Input is mature. Output is mature. Okay, all's good and well and everything. Where's the s'mores? We had s'mores at Creator Camp. Seriously, it was like gourmet s'mores at the place that they put on the early first evening meet and greet and get together, that where Leslie Samuel was up in that stay up above, and he was doing the intro. He was the MC. Ken and Glenn were up there, the founders of eCam. And then you saw the crowd of people. That was just the beginning of a lot of fun. How is everybody? Gosh, yes, I'm back. I am almost recovered. I just got back late Sunday night. My plane got in late, and then it's an hour and 20-minute drive home. Gosh, and my glasses are not clean. And so it was, and then that was Tuesday. I slept most on and off Tuesday, and then I had a good night's sleep. And Wednesday, had some stuff to do, and finally, I got a good long sleep last night, so I'm better. Still not the. Oh, hey, Randall, hi, nice to have you here. Let's give you a applause for me. Welcome somebody who's just coming on. First off, greetings, bucket fillers. It's good to be back and to be back here with you. And I had a wonderful time at camp and with some really great people from all around the world. And it is just recharged and fun. And I'm still recovering. Like I said, still recovering, but lots of ideas on different kind of things to do and what I'm going to do with how I'm moving things around. See, and I'm moving things right here. But it was just a really great time to be with a whole bunch of content creators from all over the world. And it was literally, we had a bunch of people that came from England. Neil came from Portugal. Nick and Alec came from Thailand. I think there was a guy there from South America. Was that right? We had a bunch of people from like Jamaica and all over the United States, of course, and Canada. But, and Marcus came from Switzerland. That was fun. And it's always fun to see him. And so, yeah, we missed Lala. She couldn't make it. She had some things going on. Plus, they've had terrible weather there. But a bunch of her friends from the crafting community was there. My Crafty Adventures, Caroline, was there, and that was fun. So, yay. You've been doing Zen Scribble spheres. Oh, my gosh. Nice. Okay, so first thing is to greet the bucket fillers. And let's see who's all here. Linda's here. Yeah, the s'mores, gourmet s'mores. I mean, we had all kinds. They even had gluten-free crackers for people who wanted to do. And I'm like, yeah, gluten-free, and you're using marshmallow. Oh well, that's okay. I want to make for my yard less complicated, but that would be fun. Oh, good. Yay. I would love to see that. Send pictures for Sunday for art time. And back, Did you send them to me already? I'll show them on. I haven't gotten through email yet. Anyway, unless you've sent them to Tamara and not to me, which Tamara, you're going to have to start sending Linda's stuff in to me after she sends it to you, because that's the only way we're going to get her to show stuff. Conspiracy. So Tamara says she's been doing some Zen scribble spheres with a 4.0 felt tip black pen. Oh, I got to turn the heat down in here. It's like decided to be roasty. And she's missed us all. She did a piece for her son. I want to see it. I want to see it. And then Randall is here. I've been doing little beach walk talks with Aldo when I take him out down to the beach, and just going live and some stuff. That was some of the things today. It was it was the sad news that we got that Grizzly 399 has died. She was struck by a car in the middle of the night outside of Grand Teton on the Snake River Canyon, and in the road that goes through there. It's very windy, and she's the most famous bear in the lower 48. She was 28 years old and had a cub this year, her cub Spirit, and has mothered, I think, 14 cubs or so. And that's, oh my gosh, considering that a bear takes care of them for doesn't kick them out until they're 2.5 or 3 years old. So Spirit, I haven't looked to see yet if they've found Spirit. The little one was close by, but still, it's going to be a rough thing. It's not, Linda, the drivers. It's that road. It was dark. It's very windy. It's the Snake River Canyon Road is literally, the Snake River Canyon is deep and dark, and it's south of Jackson there, and she was just crossing probably on I don't know where, but it's not, it's not a road that you can drive too fast on. But when, yeah, it's sad. So that's been a sad thing in the wildlife photographers and the wild conservation community past couple days. And so, but as I said this morning on the my live, if you go to Tom Mangelson's website, which I'm going to see if I can pull it up here. Let's see if I can find it and get the link to it. He has a section on his website, and that dedicated to 399 Grizzly 399, and there is a YouTube show that was done, a documentary called Nature on PBS, called Grizzly 399 Queen of the Tetons. And let me see if I can get this. Oh, stop. I don't want to do that. I want to just get this. I'm going to give you the link in here to his website and the section that has there. And then from there you can find the part that has, you can read what they said about Grizzly 399, and then you can see the link to 399 Queen of the Tetons, which is really fascinating to find out about her. She was quite the amazing amazing bear. Yeah. And yeah, so anyway, as roads in Virginia and Kentucky are people nail the wildlife. It's it's not, I mean, this has made the news because it's 3.99. It is not unusual for wildlife bears to get hit on the roads in the national parks or out just outside the parks. And bison get hit outside of Yellowstone all the time. They have a big sign up that says how many have been hit, usually outside of West Yellowstone. And it's just one of those things that happens with um, with that kind of traffic in the wilderness there, and that's much wildlife. So anyway, um, the trying to work on your studio. Woo! Oh, I'd love to see pictures of that. That's awesome. So tonight, being back with my friends, the Pucka Fillers, and having spent a week with the Ecam fam. Um, and all the fun stuff that we did. Just craziness, craziness. We had a minor, one of the gals there, it was kind of a minor, Liz Wilcox. She was on the last season of Survivor. She made it up to, she was the next to the fourth from the last eliminated. Spitfire of a little person. Not little person. Of course, you know me, I'm 5'11". Liz is quite short, but she's very, very powerful, a very interesting content creator. And she knows email marketing like you can't believe, which is for a lot of people was a great thing to listen to. And I remember she was there last year, but it was just after the filming had finished and had only been home for a couple of months and had not quite recovered, and so she wasn't very energetic, and she couldn't tell us about it yet because it didn't show until it was the past season. So anyway, but it was just fun to have so many people. So based on that kind of kicked off my inspiration for tonight's books, and it's back to friendship and friends and what they do and what it does for us. So I've got vertically challenged like you. um, no, you wouldn't. Oh, not now. You wouldn't. It's a disaster. I'm so glad I have my heater out there. That I bought a Govee heater, and it can hook to. I have an app that I can turn the heat on to go out there. Because the other day when I got back the next morning, it was 58 degrees in the studio, so I had to turn the heater on before I went out there for a while to see if I could go. But all right. So the stories I've got tonight are about friendship. And I thought I would start with one that is about someone that it's a story based on someone that really epitomizes that friendship and what do you do and how do you treat people, and has always been right there at the forefront of um, of that. And I mean, my kids grew up on this and everything. So the first book I said is called Are You My Friend? The Story of Mr. Rogers and His Neighborhood. I thought this would be a good one to get stuck in. And it's words by Amy Reed, and the pictures are by Matt Fellon. And the illustrations are just so gentle and so wonderful. Let's see. I'm trying to see if what's going on here. Hang on. Just checking something here. It's not that. Not that. Hang on. There. Oops. That's right. Okay. It's here. Okay. It's showing. Right. Huh. Okay. The story of Mr. Rogers and his neighborhood. Like I said, even the front cover, these gentle illustrations like this, I just love them. And I'm going to shrink this down just a little bit. Nope. I'm not. Hey. Oh, why is it doing that to me? It doesn't want to listen to me. Grab it. Hey, don't do that. There we go. Are you my friend? In the springtime, when everything was growing and green, Freddie Rogers had to stay inside. Flowers made him sniffle, plants made him sneeze. Freddie had allergies. Freddie had other illnesses too. He spent many days in bed. Sometimes he had to stay inside for weeks at a time. Being sick made it hard to make friends. Often Freddie felt sad or mad or lonely or scared. He kept his feelings inside, but he wanted someone to know how he felt. Freddie found that he could talk about his feelings with puppets. He gathered them around him on his bed. That way it seemed as though he was with a whole group of friends. When Freddie went to school, sometimes he was bullied. Neighborhood boys yelled mean words at him as they chased him down the street. Grown-ups told Freddie to pretend the mean words didn't hurt, but they did. Hiding his feelings didn't work. They just grew stronger. Sometimes when he was all alone, Freddie cried. Freddie found it difficult to speak out about his feelings, but he learned he could express them on the piano. If he was angry, he played loud, low notes that sounded like thunder. He played high, sweet notes for happiness. Freddie felt better after he shared his feelings through his music. Freddie's mother gave him a way to deal with his worried feelings. She told him to look for people who were helping. Freddie began to look for helpers right in his own neighborhood. He liked to visit Mama Belle Frampton. She welcomed him and showed him how to make toast sticks all by himself. Freddie liked the good feeling of learning something new from his neighbor. Fred's grandfather, McFeely, was an important friend. Fred loved to visit his grandparents' farm with its big stone wall. I love that watercolor wall. One day, Fred went into the room where all the adults were talking. No one looked his way. Fred asked if he could walk on the big stone wall. Then everyone looked his way. Most of the grown-ups said, "No, you might get hurt." But Grandpa McFeely said, "Yes." Fred climbed and walked and even ran on the wall. When at last Fred came back inside, he had a skinned knee, but he was happy. His grandpa told Fred that he liked him just the way he was. He said Fred was special, and that just by being himself, Fred made the day special too. Fred let those words sink deep inside him. As he thought about them, he felt braver. He began to speak up. He tried new things. He reached out and made friends, even with people who weren't like him. One day, when Fred was grown up, he saw a television program. People were throwing pies in each other's faces. Fred did not like the pie throwing, but he thought television could be wonderful. What if, instead of showing people fighting, TV could show people helping one another? Right then, Fred decided that was what he wanted to do. Fred created a television show for children. He remembered all of the people who had helped him as he was growing up. He thought of his neighbor, Mama Belle Frampton, who was always glad to see him. He wanted to share that good feeling with children everywhere. Fred wrote a happy, welcoming song to sing at the beginning of each show. He called his program Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and he called the people who watched it his neighbors. At first, Fred felt shy to be in front of the camera, but he found out that his grandpa was right. Just by being himself, Fred made his show special. Fred told stories with puppets. He played music that he wrote. He invented helpers to show what they liked to do or explain how things worked. Fred took his television camera to visit a farmer who had milk cows. He asked a friend to show him how people dig with big machines. Another helper played the cello, and another shared how to cook. Fred explained to his neighbors that feelings were important. You could talk about them, or you could show your feelings in other ways. If you were mad, you could pound clay or run fast. If you were sad, you could sing a song soft and low. If you were happy, you could dance. Fred helped people learn to like themselves. He helped them to be good neighbors. Fred never forgot how his grandpa made him feel. Over and over, he would look right into the camera and pass along the important words that changed his life. You've made this day a special day by just your being you. There's no person in the whole world like you, and I like you just the way you are. Said Fred McFeely Rogers was born at his grandparents' farm on March 20th, 1928, and he grew up in Lombra, Pennsylvania, near Pittsburgh. Fred obtained a BA in music composition at Rollins College in 1951, and after graduation, he moved to New York City and was hired by NBC to be an assistant director and floor director. He was married in 1952. His new television station opening in Pittsburgh in 1953, and he and Joan moved there and joined WQED, which would become the nation's first public television station. And he started with a live program called The Children's Corner, and he worked as a puppeteer and musician then. The puppets Daniel Striped Tiger, X the Owl, King Friday the 13th, and Lady Elaine Fairchild made their first appearances on these shows. The Children's Corner won a Silvana Award in 1955 for the nation's best locally produced children's show. During this time, Fred and Joan Rogers had two sons, James and John. He was ordained as a minister, Presbyterian minister, in 1963. He moved back to Pittsburgh, rejoined WQED in 1966, and for his new show. And he passed in February 27th, 2003, with his wife nearby. He died at home from stomach cancer. He ceased production in 2000 after 895 episodes. 895 episodes. The author says that they didn't watch Mr. Rogers as a child, and as far as I know, my family's television set didn't receive a station that carried the program. It wasn't until I was a new mother that I discovered the neighborhood, so my daughter Rachel and I were introduced to Mr. Rogers together. Mr. Rogers' face appeared. He'd looked directly in the camera into my living room, it seemed, and sang a special birthday song. That very day was a significant birthday for me. He repeated his time-honored message, and I heard the words many times, but in those moments, I received them in a new way. Oh, he said, she said, when my third child was a new baby, I fell ill one afternoon while my husband cared for the children. I lay alone on the couch, too exhausted to do much else. I turned on the TV. His face appeared. He looked directly in the camera and sang a special birthday song. The very day was a significant birthday for me. Then he repeated his time-honored messages. I would give my children what they needed most, my unconditional care. It's amazing how things that we don't really expect and think about really make such a significant difference to us and carry on. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let's see. Anyway, I think one of the things that I noticed what made Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street so significant is the fact that they did such a good job and they had that real person. I know that they carry on with Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood with Daniel Tiger in an animated, but I don't know. I Animated cartoons are great, but I think that one of the things that we're missing for kids today is that sense of a real person on the other side of the TV camera on the television actually talking in real ways. Animated, that's not real, and kids know. But Mr. Rogers was real, and the people who lived on Sesame Street were seemed real. And oh, who was the other one that was I was oh, Reading Rainbow. I mean, that was it might have had books, but it had real people in there mix. And I think that that's reality is something that I kind of really miss. So I'm just checking in on the chat here. See if there's a baby, if there's a place for them to go. Oh, whenever there's a kangaroo that's hurt out there. And I have a friend who lives in South Australia too. Yes, where I've got a clue. I have friends in Queensland, but I don't know where anything is. I'm pathetic. If there's an injured animal, they will do what need. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I know his grandfather to tell him to just run and to do all those things. I like the way they've done the illustration. Um, that background wash that made that rock wall in that watercolor was really something else. I thought that was spectacular. Okay, so oh, thank you, Randall. Hey, I appreciate that. I'm so glad you're liking this show. So anyway, that's my thought on. It really came to me when I was reading that about what is the difference that we see in TV and shows today. It is that reality kind of thing. There's a lot of animation, there's a lot of gaming kind of thing that are not reality that kids get, but it's that real one. I know the grandkids, the three grandkids in Eugene, they will they love shows that are real, animals and whatnot. And they're more likely to see the shows that have the reality, and will watch those and do those kind of things than they are animated. And that's just the way that Bryn and Danny limit screen time and want to make it certain significant for them. It's just I it's one of those things. I think, wow, what is the big shift? There's a big, you see the shift. And I think a real person on the other side of the screen telling them, this is the way to be a friend. There's ways to do this, that you're perfect just the way you are, and have it be somebody that's real. That's kind of amazing. The personal touch. Yes. Yes. Okay. So I have another story that's I found called "You Go First," and it's by Ariel Bernstein, and it's illustrated by Mark Rosenthal. Didn't find a lot of information about the two of them. This is just really cute, and it again goes back to that friendship, what a friend will do for another one, and also how we get over our fears. I love this little lessons on fears, and yeah, this is fun. You go first. It's a Paula Wiseman book, Simon and Schuster, book for young readers. You go first. Huh. Cat and Duck, two very good friends, arrived at the playground. They wanted to go on the slide. I love the slide. Me too. But something was different. It's a new slide. It is a new slide. The slide was bigger. Oh, so exciting! Too exciting? The slide was curvier. More fun! Too much fun? The most fun! Let's go! Cat, a very good friend, wanted to make sure Duck had considered all options. Duck, do you want to go on the swings first? Or in the sandbox? The sand is looking very sandy today. No, Cat, I want to go on the slide first. Cat and Duck got in line for the slide. Soon they were halfway to the top. Cat, a very good friend, worried that Duck needed a snack. Duck, are you hungry? No. Are you thirsty? No. Think of waterfalls, rain, showers, and waves crashing? Are you thirsty now? No, but I have to go to the bathroom. Now Cat and Duck were ready for the slide. The family of pigs behind them looked ready for the slide too. Hello, pigs. Hello, pigs. Hello. Cat, a very good friend, worried that Duck wasn't being polite enough. Duck, it's polite to let them go first. Oh, you go first. And you. And you. And... It's finally our turn, Cat. Cat, a very good friend, worried for Duck's safety. Duck, is this safe for you? This is safe for me. It would be more safe if you had goggles. Here, 3 pairs should do it. And you need a helmet too, and a parachute. Cat? Yes, Duck. I am ready. Cat, a very good friend, worried that Duck didn't understand how scary a newer, bigger, and curvier slide could be. Duck, if I must warn you, if you go down that slide, you may fall and scream and cry. I could fall? Yes. I could scream? I could cry? Yes and yes. Thank you for looking out for me, Cat. I do not want to go on the slide anymore, even if I was looking forward to it. Cat, a very good friend, worried that Duck was going to miss out on something she wanted. Cat suddenly felt very, very bad. Duck, you should go on the slide. It won't be too scary. Gulp. I will show you. I will go first. You will? Yes. Here I go. Whee! You did it, Cat. I did. And you didn't fall or scream or cry. I knew you could do it. You did? You just needed to go first. Duck was a very good friend. Look at the kids in the playground. I love it. There's a giraffe and a goat, and there's the pig family. Oh, that's the kind of slide my youngest granddaughter, she thinks they are the best. She just flies down them. Always have. My daredevil grandkids. That's kind of crazy that that's who they are. Let's see. Long walks, I took food and water. That's a day thing. Cat is worried, maybe scared. A lot of puzzles, went for walks and talked about nature. Yeah. Yes, Cat had definitely some fears and was projecting his own fears onto friend Duck, but got over them. And I think Duck probably had an idea. My friend Doc calls it limiting beliefs. And we work uh, on eliminating those limiting beliefs, like saying, well, maybe or hopefully. Those things are all limiting beliefs. And, you know, just being perfectly imperfect is kind of the way to go. Being perfectly imperfect. And that's one of our big takeaways from Creator Camp. Because if you wait for things to be perfect and to be just right and to not be afraid and to have everything perfect in the lighting or what you're going to say or the right paint or the right brushes or the right kind of paper or you know exactly what, you're never going to do it because nothing's ever going to be perfect. And it's perfectly imperfect is just right. It's just right. Okay, one last story. Yes, I've got time for one last story. And this one, again, the different kind of personalities, different kind of people. It's so funny how some, you know, again, this is that the limiting belief. One of them is that the labels that we give ourselves of being an introvert or an extrovert or an omnivert, all those kind of things, even though those may be things, they still, the way we interpret them and the way they're used are limiting. So, what do you do? Again, Docism, he doesn't believe in any of those things, but we have disagreements on those things, but you just can't look at them as a bad thing. If you interpret the label that you give yourself as a good thing, then that is all the better for you. And we're going to do the next book called How to Party Like a Snail by Nassim Harab and Kelly Collier. How to Party Like a Snail. Shh. This is going to be great. I love the end paper, the cats and cake. Again, Owl Kids Books. How to Party Like a Snail. Snail is a party animal. Yippee! Well, kind of. He especially loves the quiet things about parties, like confetti, using his indoor voice to make new friends. Psst, hello. Do you hear something? Whispering meaningful wishes to cakes. I wished for more cake. And savoring those few silent seconds before everyone yells surprise. 3, 2. But parties aren't often quiet. And sometimes things can get too loud for Snail. That's when he shrinks into his shell. Shoomp. From inside his shell, Snail still finds a way to join the fun. This is my jam. Bop, dee bop bop. Too bad no one can see his sweet dance moves. Sometimes Snail's friends try to coax him out. Come on out, everyone's dancing. I'm partying in my heart. It sure doesn't look that way. It's just that things get a bit too loud for me sometimes. But loud is fun! It sure is, especially when it's less loud. Okay, well, enjoy your quiet. They say silence is golden, right? I don't get it. And that makes him wonder if he's the only one who thinks that quiet is just as fun as loud. Merp. Now, lately, Snail hasn't been invited to many parties. Instead, he spends a lot of time waiting. I hear that mail can be awfully slow sometimes. And waiting. And waiting. Until one day the mail carrier finally arrives with a promising looking envelope for Stump. Merp. Here, Stump. This came to me by mistake. Oh, not another one. Snail is starting to think that he's more of a party pooper than a party animal. It's not a party without Stump. Oh, the only type of party he feels like going to now is his own pity party. And that gives Snail an idea. What if he threw his own party? It'll be the funnest, quietest party I've ever been to. First, he invites himself. Ooh, a party for me. I love me. Then he makes a pot of warm milk. A hug in a mug. And lip syncs to all his favorite lullabies. Snail is having so much fun that things start to get wild. Let's make this party even quieter. To hype up the hush, Snail fluffs some pillows and rolls himself into a blanket burrito. A soft shell. He's almost having the time of his life, but he can't help feeling like something is missing. I got my shell, my milk, my blankies, my lullies. What could be missing? Is it too quiet? Could I miss the loud? Do I miss the loud? Am I loud? And that's when Stump gently chimes in with the suggestion. Maybe your party is just missing a friend. Stump! You're here! Shall come to my party. Well, I'm always here since I'm rooted in the ground, but your shindig is filled with all my favorite things. Snail and Stump realize that they both love parties, just not the rowdy ones. Shall we shh together? Sure. In celebration of the shush, Snail and Stump play an exhilarating game of hide and hide. Ready or not? Here we hide. Shoomp. Put on their favorite jammies. I feel like a marshmallow. Wrapped in a cloud. And then turn the lullabies way down. We can barely hear them. Oh. We're total party animals. Snail and Stump party in their hearts all night long. And Nassim Harab is the author of the Ira Crumb series, Weekend Dad, and The Sour Cherry Tree, winner of Governor General's Literary Award. Nassim's favorite thing to do at parties is nibble on sour cream and onion potato chips while avoiding eye contact. She lives in Toronto, Ontario. And Kelly Collier is the author and illustrator of the Steve the Horse series and the illustrator of Sloth and Squirrel in a Pickle. When Kelly was a kid, her favorite game was Who Can Be Quiet the Longest? It was her parents' favorite too. Kelly lives in Toronto, Ontario also. Oh my goodness. There they are. Those are the 3 books that I have tonight for you guys. Close my windows on there and Chrome. Quit. There we go. Whoa, I'm back. Ah, noise, aren't noise. More like music to me. Hi, Roy. Hey, tech trouble. And Tora. That awesome narration drew me to the laptop. Oh, hey. Thank you, Tora. Oh my gosh, it's good to have you. Roy, wasn't it great? Oh, you guys. Okay, so one of Roy's and my favorite content creators is Todd's Christmas Clatter. And he did his first live last night. He usually starts like late in July, but had some things going on. So he did his first, and he does all this amazing stuff around Christmas. And he did one last night. Christmas Clatter. What? Oh, shoot. I want to see if I can find um, oh, I closed my Chrome down. Dang. Let me see if I can get this up here. YouTube, don't do it. And Christmas Clatter. Put it in Clatter. There it is. Subscribe and but it do. There it is. The copy. I got it. All right. Here. This is Todd's Christmas Clatter. And oops, that's the grizzly one. I got the wrong one. Hang on. Let me do this again. I gave you. I thought it didn't. Nope. Todd's Christmas Clatter. Go here. Search. Got it. There we go. Todd Christmas Clatter. And there we go. I'll try this again. Copy. And see if I can get it right this time. There we go. There we go. I had Tom Mangelson's one about Grizzly 399 twice. Yes. So that was fun. And Roy, I watched you today when your Thursday thoughts about Tuesday. That was funny. I like that. And Tora, I did not know you had 2 channels, and Shauna is here. Yay! Nice to have you here, Shauna. Nice. Yay. Shauna's here. Yay! Coronado Marketing. Tora, so that's her 2nd channel. Anyway, Roy and I had a great time at camp, and I was it was just a good time. It was really interesting to all the things that I learned and ways to do our shows and what to do with eCam and just the generosity of the community. I mean, I am so fortunate that I have this community here of the bucket fillers that I get to share this with. And then I have the eCam fam community. I have my creative work hour fam. And it's just so amazing. We had a great time. I got to spend time with Aiden, my 6th grandchild, my adopted 6th grandchild. I taught him Thumb Wars, which was fun. And we just had a really, really good time. And like I said, that was what inspired tonight's stories, all about friendship, and we started off with the one, Are You My Friend? About Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers, and what he does. And then the one with the cat and the duck, the slide just cracks me up. All that thing, and what we do as friends. But yeah, I wanted to share those with you because you guys mean a lot to me. And it I missed being on, but I was good to have the break and spend time with some other people in real life. That's always the IRL is always a lot of fun. Um, Lala sent us all presents from, where's mine? Oh, I'll show it on Sunday. Um, she made these little packets for everybody at Creator Camp and sent them in a big box from the Philippines. And then, oh, here's my prize. I won a prize for going the extra mile, Creator Camp 24. And then I had something that Awesome Wood Things. Where's my thumb? Oh, there it is. And then Matt Haas from Awesome Wood Things and Awesome Fun Things made these for everybody. And they have his matthaas.com, and they have this little thumbs up wood things. And there was just this huge bucket full of them so everybody could take one. So cool. I thought that was really nice. People are just amazing. It's just amazing. So, yeah. That's it for tonight's show. We had coming back with friendship, books about friendship. Friends come join us here. Shauna's here. Tora's here. Randall was the first time here. And Linda and Tamara are so good. Wait till Gretchen reads Skippy John. Ah. Skippy John Jones and I bounce on my bed, and once or six times I land on my head. Oh, my name is Skipito Fresquito, and if you're not a single bandito, my manners are mellow. I'm sweet like the jello. I get the job done, yes, indeedo. Oh, and next week, okay, so let's see, we've got Sunday, we got story and art, and art. So if you've got any art that you've done, send it in. I've been doing Zentangles. I even took my Zentangle stuff with me to camp and kept up with it. And Tamara, you're going to have to send in not only your stuff, but apparently Linda's, because she's not sending it in. And just anything that you have. We've got thing. And then I've got next week. So I don't know what I'm going to read. I've got a bunch of books, but next week is Halloween too. Annalena and Philip went even above and beyond what all they did. Bob said they added even more stuff, and it's just kind of crazy, and to the point where last year, when it was just the Cadence neighborhood and that had kind of gotten surrounded. Last year, they had over 800 trick-or-treaters at their house. 800. Okay. This year, there was an article in the Flagstaff paper about the Annalena's neighborhood, the Halloween housing displays in Cadence neighborhood in Mesa, where she lives. In Flagstaff, 2.5 hours away, they're talking about the Halloween display at Mesa. Annalena's already had people coming by from Flagstaff looking at her house. and so Philip has gone to Costco twice already, and each time he's gotten the big giant bag of candy. He's got 4 the first time, 4 the second time, and I think he's going to go get 4 more. Yeah, last year they were down to running into the house to get granola bars and boxes of raisins. You've run out when you're having to default to boxes of raisins. That's pretty bad. What's that? Oh, you're being flayed again. Yes. Oh my gosh. I sing Old MacDonald to my granddaughter until I run out of animals. I know that sounds. That's great. Oh, Tamara, what about animals? What sounds does a kangaroo make? Oh, and that is another thing I'm thinking about doing for the show. Something else. Maybe every couple weeks or every month, bringing one of you guys on to show your art. It's really easy to do. I just send you a Zoom link. And it's really easy. You don't have to have fancy lights. You can, nothing. I can make you look however. And what do you think? I mean, Roy's had me on his. And oh, man. I tell you, James Hicks and Keith Peltzer made me look just hilarious. I was on their show the other night, and that was pretty funny. But yes. So, guests. Thinking about having guest artists. Besides Layla. All right, you guys. I could ramble on and on because I missed you guys so much. So, I'll be back on Sunday with more. I'll probably go live again from the beach walk talk when I'm wandering around with Aldo. It'll either be me talking or Aldo having a conversation with the beach. Who knows? And the jellyfish that he's not so sure about. So, but everybody, it's really good to be back. It dropped. I put my arm on I put my hand on the mic arm and it dropped down. It's good to be back. Really is. I missed you all. And I'm excited to see your art and show it on Sunday and to come back with more stories. But until then, everybody, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. But the first place you're going to find it is when you go look in your own mirror. And I will see you next time.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Feeling alright, we won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes.
Yes, Aiden is growing fast.
We don't need no black cards, I just need you by my side.
Oh, Tora, Cat, and Duck are minor voices. Wait till St. Patrick's Day and Mrs. Shepracon comes to visit. Oh, and Christmas. Great.
You got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous.
Lots of
We
hype
could be
kids.
famous. You blow my mind, looking like a model, better than the usual. Yeah, you don't even try.
Here you go, Roy. Kangaroos, they hiss and growl and spit. That would not go over well with your granddaughter's parents. The spitting. Get in trouble if we teach them to spit. Oh, thank you, Tora.
By my side, we could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh.
Guys, thanks so much for being here.
Drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh. You got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous. We could be famous.
Jam. I mean, Linda's in her jammies too. Jamming in your jammies. That'd be a good book title. Jamming in your jammies. What do you say? Jamming in your jammies. Till the next day. I cannot rap. That's as close as Gangstagrama gets to rapping. Kick, claw, and chase each other. Oh my gosh. Do you have patty melons? Those the little kind of things?
With a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh. Drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh. You got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous. We could be
dinner, and for some reason I wasn't hungry. Now I'm Night, everybody.